morning. So today we are going to be learning about the number line. We're going to learn about the number line, and we're going to learn about GCF. And some of the key questions I have, and I usually always put them on the front of the board, is what is the GCF? How can we find it? And what exactly is a number line? So these are some questions that I want you guys to think about. What exactly is the GCF? How can we find it? And what is a number line? Now for my ASD and MOID students, we're going to be focusing solely on the number line, and we're going to get our answers from our resource students because they're going to be working on the GCF. And the GCF that they're finding, we're going to put those on the number line. So take maybe 1 to 2 minutes just to think about what is a GCF, how can we find it, and what exactly is she talking about this number line. So what is a number line? So for my MOI students, I want you guys to think, what is a number line? We know that numbers in math, they can be really, really small, or they can be really, really large. We know with our fractions, that means a partial of something, when something is taken away. So we think about our fractions, but we also know that if we have a lot and then we start taking more than what we have, that's how we get our negative numbers. Then we know with our positive numbers, that can be anything. That can go to how big? We don't even know. It can go to billion, which is a huge number that I don't know. We probably have to have a long number line just to put a billion up there. So think about a number line. Think about our numbers, and if we had to put our numbers in place, where would we put them? So I want you guys to think about the number line. My resource students, we're going to be talking about the GCF. What is the GCF? The greatest common factor. We know that from our previous unit when we were speaking on the GCF, and we had a lot of numbers, and we had to find what these numbers had in common. So you guys think about what the GCF and how can we find it. Do you remember how to find it? You guys can work in a group. You can get with a friend, and I want you guys to think about those questions. What is the GCF? How can we find it? And I also want you to also think about what exactly is the number line. Now we know if we can find the GCF, the numbers that we get, where do we put them? Yes, they can just stay on the sheet, but we want to work on the numbers when we find our GCF, putting them on the number line. So I want you guys to think of those 3 questions, get with a friend, talk about it independently, you can work either independently or you can talk about it amongst you guys. And I want you guys to brainstorm, so when I call on you, I want you to be able to give me an answer about any of those key 3 questions that I asked you guys. So for my ASD students, the number line. What exactly is a number line? We hear so much about it when we talk about math, and it's relatively pretty simple. But what exactly is a number line? So we're gonna come up here to the board, and we're gonna think about a number line. So we have all these numbers. And I also want you guys to get out your dry erase boards and get out a dry erase marker. And I want you guys to follow along with me when I start writing up here on the board and when we start doing the number line. Now for my ASD students, I do have ASD students that are nonverbal, so at this point I would have my para, usually Shanique, and she will be working one-on-one. And usually after I teach the lesson, I will go work one-on-one with those particular students once I know that my resource students have an assignment they are working on independently. And my MOI students and my ASD students, I like to do a small group settings, and I like to do one-on-ones. So the number line. What exactly is the number line? A little bit over so I can be in the camera. What exactly is the number line? So we think about the number line. We have all these numbers: 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 10, 21, 11, and so forth. Where can all these numbers go? Because right now they're just in space. We're gonna call this space. So where exactly can these numbers go? So we're going to do a number line. So a number line is exactly what it is. It's a line with arrows on each end, and these arrows let me know that the numbers keep going to the right and the numbers keep going to the left. But what stops those numbers is the number 0. So we put the number 0 here. We know everything to the right of the 0 is positive. And everything here. And everything to, let's see, it's a little better. Okay. So everything to the left of the number line, left up to the 0, is negative. Okay, so if everything to the right is positive, we'll make our little dashes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is number 10. 8, 6, 4, 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. All those numbers are positive. These are our positive numbers. So on your dry erase board, I want you to make your number line, and on the right side of your number line, make all positive numbers. So we know this arrows let us know that it does not stop at 10. It goes past 10. So it goes from 0 to infinity, essentially, on this side. This is what the right side of the number line is telling me. Oh, this glare is horrible. It's a little better with the glare, I'm hoping. Okay, it's a little better so we don't have a glare. Okay, so on the right side, everything right side of the number line is positive. So I want you guys to follow along, get your dry erase board, make your number line, and make everything to the right positive. All right, so once you did that, now we're going to work to the left side. So the left side, everything on the left side of the 0, these are our negative numbers, so we're going to do exactly the same thing. So 10, 8, 6, 4, and 2. But what's different about these numbers, they're all going to have the negative symbol. This negative symbol is letting me know everything to the left of the 0 is negative. So we have -2, -4, -6, -8, and -10. Negative, these are negative numbers. And on the right side, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. All these are positive. So again, this is letting me know that everything to the left of this 0 is going from -10 and beyond. It's going to be -12, -21, -30. Everything this way is going to be negative. And on the right side, everything's going to be +10 and beyond. So it'll be 21, 31, 51, 100. All of them will be positive. So now we think, how can we use math to get numbers on the number line? So we can start with a simple equation. What is 2 plus 4? 2 plus 4. What is 2 plus 4? 2 plus 4 is 6. Okay. Where is +6 at on the number line? So we'll look here at the number line and we'll say, okay, where is number 6? 6 is positive. So if I already know it's positive, then we know that it's going to go to the right of the number line. So I will come here, 2, 4 up. I see 6. I put a dot right there above 6. So that is letting me know this is where positive 6 falls on the number line. So we can do, what's 3 plus 6? What is 3 plus 6? Oh, 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 is still positive. Okay. Where does negative 9, where does positive 9 fall on the number line? We know that it's positive, so we know that it's going to be on the right side. 9, we find 9, we come here and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We put our dot right here. This is letting us know that 9 is right there on the number line. So, let's say, what if we have negative numbers? So we have negative numbers. Let's say we again have negative 2 plus 4. Now we remember positive 2 plus 4 equals 6. So what you guys going to think what's negative 2 plus 4 is? Now remember too, when we have a negative number, we use our keep, change, change. So put our K right here, put our C right here, and our C right here. So we're going to keep negative 2. We're going to change this positive to a negative, and we're going to change positive 4 to negative 4. So now our new equation looks like negative 2 minus negative 4. So that's what it's going to look like when we do keep, change, change. Negative 2 minus negative 4. Negative 2 minus negative 4 is what, you guys? So when we have negative 2, negative 2 minus negative 4. All right. Negative 6. So now we'll come to the left of the number line, and we will put in our answer. We'll come here, we'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we will do our dot. And that's let us know where the negative 6 falls on the number line. So like our previous one was 3 plus 6, if we had positive 9 and we make that 9 negative, so if we know we have a negative 9, we know that negative 9 is going to the left side of the number line. So we're going to the left side of the number line, we're going to find negative 9, and we'll move all the way down. We'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we'll put that negative 9 right here. So with any of our math problems that we get in the class, we can always make our number line and place those numbers that we get on the number line. It doesn't matter if they're negative or it doesn't matter if they're positive, because we can always make our number line big or small, however to fit the problem that we are working on. So let's clean up our number line. We can keep positive and negative. All right. So now we're going to work. Now we come to our resource students. So with our resource students, we were asking, what is the GCF? So the GCF is known as your greatest common factor. GCF. So what is the GCF. So what exactly are common factors? So when we think of common factors, we think of what numbers that will add up that will have in common with other numbers that we are adding. So let's take, for example, let's say we have the numbers 12, 20, and 24. What are some of the greatest common factors of 12, 20, and 24? Now, when we think about that, we think about what numbers can be multiplied to give me that number, but it's also the same number that's in common with 20 and 24. So for 12 and 20 and 24, we know that these are all positive numbers. We know that 2 could be a GCF of 12, 20, and 24. And also the number 4. 12, 20, and 24 all have in common is 2 and 4. So we would say the GCF, the greatest common factor, because 4 is the bigger number, 4 is the GCF of 12, 20, and 24. So now we wanted to put the number 4 on our number line. The number 4 is positive. So my ASD students, you guys follow along. We found the greatest common factor of 12, 20, and 24. We said was the number 4. So the number 4 that our resource students came up with, we are going to place that on the number line. So we're going to come down here, and we know 4 is positive, so we know that it's got to go to the right side of the number line. Anything that is positive goes to the right side of the number line. So we'll come down here and we'll find the number 4, and we will make a dot. So that's the number 4, which is the GCF of 12 and 24. So this is how we tie in math into our number line and trying to find out what exactly the numbers that we get from our GCF and how we can put them on the number line. So let's do another GCF. What is the GCF of 3, 9, and 21? So what is the GCF of 3, 9, and 21? So the GCF of 3, 9, and 21, so how can we find that? Okay, we can do our multiplication tree. So 3, we have 1 times 3 gives us 3. So we come to 9. What gives us 9? We have 1 times 9, and we have 3 times 3 will give us the number 9. Now we come here to 21. What will give us 21? We have 1 times 21, 3 times 7 will all give us the number 21. So we can see the GCF in all of these is the number 3. So the number 3 is the GCF of 3, 9, and 21. So we see that 3 is positive. So we will come to our number line and we will place the number 3. So this is how we use math to find the number line. And so we use 3, we use our GCF, and we use our number line, and we put the positive and negative numbers. So this is how we use the GCF and how to use the number line.